What's up everybody, Soul here with another MENACE video for your viewing pleasure, and today we're going to be taking a look at our boy, Mr. Gunnery Sergeant J.G. Wetteroth. I love it. J.G. Wentworth? I always want to say that. Wetteroth. Love it. So anyways, this guy right here gets a lot of flack in the community as being the worst squad leader in the game, and honestly, it's hard not to feel that way. I do use him. I have ran him. I have found some joy in it, but he's tough. He's tough. You got to make him. You got to kind of make him work. You got to want him to work. But there is one way in particular where I do feel he does a pretty good job, albeit niche. He's the cheap option, the alternative, and I'll tell you all about it. Let's take a look at his perk, which of course is his unique, which is right here, Big Game Hunter, where he gets, against large organic targets, he gets a plus 20 accuracy and a 15% armor penetration. Pretty good stuff. Does not apply to vehicles or structures. Those larger menace, from what I can see, does not apply. Tell me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I'm pretty confident in that. Past that, at rank 1, I pick up Athletic. This guy has a terrible action economy right out the gate. And so Athletic is something he's dependent on. He's out there with a walker, basically. You want this, you need it. If you're going to use them and to any kind of effect, get it. Past that, I like to pick up Scout because the role he's playing in my team is he is going to be the guy that goes in with only 2 squaddies and he's detecting the opponent. He's going to call out marks, hit him with his sniper rifles, his long-range rifles, and yeah, stay in behind the front line and support them with some additional fire and so on. We'll go on more about that in a little bit. Now, he does give a unique perk right here where this is a knife, as in, we know the reference, Crocodile Dundee and all that. Regains a melee attack that cannot miss. I used this in a prior run. It killed 1 enemy element, and it's dangerous. This guy has terrible defense stats. You don't want him that close. This is not good. So disregard this. If they buff it and do something different down the line, sure. Right now, disregard this. Past that, I like to pick up Call Out Target. That is his meat and potatoes. That is what he's doing for the team. He's marking targets, allowing you to hit him with those all-powerful ASGMs and so on and so forth. And so this is really, really good. And then the Deployer Wire Slings, I'm going to be honest with you, I have mixed emotions on these. I have yet to really get them work to great effect. They certainly aren't as good as old boy's decoys. You know I'm talking about the Haas, Greyfinger. But anyways, his decoys aren't that great. I have yet to see him really have true effect. But I picked him up here. Now, moving on, I've got more room. I've got room for 3 more promotions. If I don't backtrack and take that one back, I'm definitely going to pick up Critical Shot Hits. I like this perk a lot, and it's going to be good on him, I imagine. Finisher is another one that I really, really want. And then Finishing Shot is probably what I'm going to take as priority, with Finisher 3rd. If I do go back and take that Deploy Slings, I'll probably pick up something else in its place. Maybe Solid Grouping. I doubt it. Bags and Belts more than likely is what I'd take in place of that. If It Bleeds is not a bad one too, because of that 15% max HP. You know, that's kind of nice. I love it on Old Boy with the V. And so, yeah. You know I'm talking about Old Boy with the V. I just mess up his name right here. Yaz. I always say V. Yazhov. Yaz, as he's known. Yaz is amazing. I'll go over him here soon. But regardless, back over to J.G. Wentworth. We're going over his perks one more time. Of course, he starts with Big Game Hunter. Athletic is an absolute must out there. He's got a walker and he needs help. Scout, Call Out Target. And then past that, I want Critical Hits. A Sap, Finishing Shot is another good one. Finisher's also another one. And If It Bleeds is a solid, strong choice. If you don't want the Deployer Wire Slings, these things are hit or miss. Please tell me down in the comments if you've had luck with them. I've really not cared for them too much. So you tell me all about it. Now, this guy's kind of sold to us as somebody who's particularly good against bugs. He does a decent job against humanoids. And that does include some menace. But I don't know, man. He's a tough one. Where I do find that I like him a lot is right here with these infantry specials. And so I'm going to talk about it. Now, right here, we have the SR41 cast. This thing is amazing. You might not have it. Might be hard to get, and that's legit. Trade value 125, disregard that. It has a 12 range. It's massive. Hit accuracy modifier of 30, hit point damage of 40, armor damage of 50, and then the armor penetration of 85. This thing is fantastic. It is one shot, but it's pretty decent against those humanoids and insects in particular ways. Now, when you're hitting with it, you're hitting one enemy element. That needs to be noted. So, this thing can have some issues for that reason. If you're going against larger squads, and say like those little critters with a bunch of enemies, you're not going to get the most out of this. But for those mid-class that have maybe heavily armored units, or the Menace with the three enemies, I can't recall what their names are, forgive me. This will hit them and hit them pretty hard. It's pretty decent. Another one that I found a lot of joy in using is the SDMR. This thing has been a lot of fun. You're getting 2 shots out per time. It's really decent for the suppression. Honestly, that suppression is a 30 versus that 35 that's coming off the cast. The 35 suppression on this is pretty good. You lose 1 range, but I've found some joy in that. Now, where I've had a lot of fun with old boy, past just suppressing our enemies and doing some damage there to squads and helping keep the suppression alive and well and picking off enemies, is with the crocodile. I have enjoyed using the crocodile on this guy, going in. Remember, with athletics, he gets a cheaper deploy. You have to deploy to use this weapon, as well as the cast. But regardless, you're going in and you're hitting those light mechs, those armored units, and you're hitting them hard. Now, you don't have a ton of ammo, but that's why you're coming down here and you're picking up that ammo bag as an accessory. Pretty decent stuff. Now, you don't want him to be seen. He is fragile. He is fragile. And so he literally has a minus 10% of damage reduction, minus 5% in defense. You want him in some concealment. And for me, since he's only running 2 squaddies, I put him in the low profile protective suit. That gives him 3 accessories, 65 armor, which is pretty decent, and then some great concealment of 2 right there. And then for those accessories, I am running the ammo bag, smoke grenades to get him out of trouble, and then the all-important binoculars for that extra range in sight. Now, once again, the meat and potatoes I had said is call out target. If you are running Carta, and like, let's see my Carta right here. There it is, the SGM2. This thing is amazing. Oh my goodness, this thing is amazing. And it just destroys big heavy units, you name it. Does a lot of really good damage. Plus you want accuracy on certain enemies. You want to increase that accuracy, you name it. This is where this guy comes in. He's got great range. You can stay with the troops, stay right in behind the front line. That way he's concealed, he's not picking up damage. You're not going to be right on top of him anyways, right? You know, you're going to have some range. And he's going to call him out and help you and then suppress. He is a great alternative for our boy Sachin. And so Sachin gets out 3 shots per round, and he does a lot of damage when he gets up there. That is action economy. His action points for me are over 100. He can do that, especially once you get that fire in line. But regardless, he's a good substitute, that JG Wetteroth. And so he gets in there, he does a similar job, and he's cheap. Let's deploy on a mission just so we can see at just how cheap old boy is. And so when we get in here, he's 217 cost. That's cheap. That's cheap. Sachin for me is 362. Old boy here, with all of his layout and crocodile in hand, he is literally 217. That's cheap, guys. That's really nice. And you have a good strong way with great range, identifier, and marking, even some decoys, that is going to allow you to handle those armored units, those mechs, and so on and so forth. So is this guy the worst character in the game? I don't know. You tell me. It's really not up to me. It's up to the community. But he still has utility. Even considered the worst character in the game and not really enjoyed by many, he has utility and can do a job. You just have to play to his strengths. Is he due for some buffs? Should he do something? I don't know. It looks like in his harness here, he's got some shotgun bullets. Don't put him in close range. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I've tried it. I did not have great pleasure with it. It was not fun. He's got low growth potential, low stats, and that way, don't do it. Don't do it. With that said, you tell me. Drop down in the comments, talk about it. How do you play Mr. JG Wentworth, and do you enjoy him? Do you dislike them? Can you not stand them? Tell me all about it. I'm so eager for your feedback. Like I've been saying in these videos, community is amazing. Absolutely love every bit of it, and I want to hear more about the game from you guys. It really benefits everybody. Past that, make sure you give a huge shout out and thank you to my soldiers. You guys and gals are the ones that keep me going, the content flowing, and the lights glowing, so I'm ever grateful for y'all. Thank you so much for your support. If you're interested in supporting and you think I'm worthy, make sure you drop me a like and subscribe, and consider following those links down below where you too can support the channel. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.